Entertainer Marie Osmond has spent almost her entire life in the spotlight. But that doesn't mean it's always been easy. She made her first TV appearance when she was just 3, and Marie Osmond has been in the limelight ever since. The only sister of 8 brothers, Osmond admits that her childhood was anything but normal. By the time she was 15, she was co-hosting a variety show with her brother Donny, and while things looked perfect on the surface, she was facing bullying from producers behind the scenes. Sadly, things have continued to be tough for her. From her difficult childhood to her troubled marriages and the loss of her son, now at age 64, Marie Osmond finally admits what we all suspected. A childhood full of dolls and tea parties? Not for Marie Osmond, as the 8th child and only daughter of Olive May and George Verle. Osmond, growing up in a bustling household with 8 brothers, Marie's childhood was deeply rooted in her family's musical heritage and their strong ties to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Interestingly, 2 of her brothers, Verle and Tom, were born deaf, adding a unique dynamic to the family dynamic. Despite this, the Osmond siblings, particularly Meryl, Jay, Donny, and Jimmy, began performing as a barbershop quartet from an early age. Their talent soon caught the attention of audiences, leading to appearances on The Andy Williams Show in the 1960s, and eventually prompting the family's move to Los Angeles for greater opportunities. Marie made her television debut at just 4 years old on The Andy Williams Show, marking the beginning of her own journey into show business. Despite her early exposure to fame, a significant portion of her childhood was spent at home with her mother, Olive, her 2 eldest brothers, and her 2 youngest brothers, Donny and Jimmy. Growing up, Marie formed a particularly close bond with Donny, her closest sibling in age. Together, they were rambunctious playmates, as Marie fondly recalled in her book, Behind the Smile, My Journey Out of Postpartum Depression. Their mischievous antics kept their mother constantly on her toes. In addition to their playful adventures, Marie also accompanied her brothers to concerts during her early years, where she eagerly helped with organizing stage equipment and wardrobes. Music was a constant presence in the Osmond household, with family gatherings often revolving around singing and harmonizing together. Reflecting on her childhood, Marie emphasized the omnipresence of music in her life, stating, "I never knew a day of my childhood life where music wasn't being played, practiced, written, or sung." During an interview with CNN's Larry King in 2001, Marie expressed mixed feelings about her unconventional childhood. While she acknowledged that she missed out on typical childhood activities like playing outside, she also recognized the invaluable experiences she gained from being involved in the family's musical pursuits from such a young age. Despite the pressures of fame and performance at such a young age, Marie maintained her trademark bubbly and cheerful persona, which became synonymous with her public image. However, she admitted that upholding this image came with its challenges, describing it as a lot of pressure. Nevertheless, she emphasized that she harbored no regrets about her upbringing, believing that personal growth often stems from overcoming adversity rather than from experiencing only positive events. Behind Marie Osmond's optimistic facade lies a painful truth. She claims to have been sexually abused as a child. This revelation, made in several interviews over the years, sheds light on the darker aspects of her past. In a candid conversation with Utah's Deseret News in 2001, Marie disclosed that she was subjected to sexual abuse during her formative years by individuals whom she describes as having very temporary access to her life, people she didn't know well. While she didn't delve into explicit details during her interview with Larry King the same year, she affirmed, "I was definitely abused, and it was definitely sexual." She revealed that the trauma of the abuse had profound and enduring effects on her life, manifesting in ways that may not always be visible to others. When asked why she hadn't spoken out about the abuse earlier, Marie attributed her silence to the social norms of her generation, where discussions about such sensitive topics were often taboo. Moreover, she expressed concern for her family's well-being, fearing that they would be hurt by the revelation and acknowledging that their knowledge wouldn't have changed the past. "You live with it and you move on from it," she said, highlighting her resilience in the face of adversity. In a later interview with Dr. Oz in 2018, Marie revealed that the perpetrators of the abuse were no longer alive, providing some closure to a painful chapter of her life. Teenage country music success and collaborations with Donny. In 1970, the Osmonds catapulted to commercial success with a string of hit pop singles. It was around this time that Marie Osmond's musical talents began to shine, prompting discussions about launching her own solo music career. Opting for a path in country music, Marie believed it was a genre that allowed women to balance family and career, a decision she later reflected on as pivotal in her career trajectory. Marie's journey into country music began when Don Ovens of MGM Records heard her rendition of Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors on a demonstration tape. Despite her young age, Ovens recognized her exceptional talent and wasted no time in signing her to a solo recording contract with MGM's Nashville division. With the support of country artist Sonny James, Marie embarked on her first recording session in Nashville in June 1973. Armed with a repertoire of 9 songs, including the iconic Paper Roses, Marie's debut single soared to the top of both the U.S. and Canadian country charts, making her the youngest female country artist to achieve such a feat. Marie's success continued with subsequent releases, including singles like In My Little Corner of the World and Who's Sorry Now, both of which made waves on the U.S. and Canadian country charts. In collaboration with her brother Donnie Osmond, Marie's harmonious vocals on I'm Leaving It All Up to You propelled the duo to international stardom, with the single reaching the top 5 in multiple countries. The Osmond siblings further solidified their status as entertainment icons with the launch of their own network variety show, Donnie and Marie, which aired from 1976 to 1979. During this period, they released several studio albums that garnered commercial success, with 2 of Marie's solo albums achieving gold certification in the U.S. Despite the demands of their television show, Marie continued to pursue her solo career, releasing albums like This Is the Way That I Feel, Donnie and Marie, and Television Breakthrough. In addition to her musical endeavors, Marie Osmond made a splash on television in the mid-1970s when television programmer Fred Silverman offered her and Donny Osmond their own variety show. The offer came after Silverman witnessed their captivating performance on The Mike Douglas Show. Thus, in 1976, Donnie and Marie made its debut on ABC, captivating an estimated 14 million viewers with its blend of music, comedy sketches, and guest appearances. Produced by Sid and Marty Krofft, Donnie and Marie showcased the sibling duo's unique talents, both together and separately, alongside their Osmond brothers. The show quickly became known for its catchy opening song, featuring the iconic line, "I'm a little bit country," in reference to Marie, and "I'm a little bit rock and roll," in reference to Donnie. Despite the glitz and glamour of showbiz, life behind the scenes was anything but easy for Marie. Marie Osmond's journey in the spotlight has been fraught with struggles, including battles with eating disorders. At the tender age of 15, she found herself catapulted into fame as the co-host of the variety show Donnie and Marie. While this was a dream come true for the young starlet, it also brought immense pressure to conform to a certain standard of beauty. While Donnie and Marie was undeniably a sensation that attracted the biggest stars of the era, the glamorous facade belied the internal struggles experienced by Marie Osmond. Starting the show at just 16 years old, Osmond found herself thrust into a world where she constantly rubbed elbows with Hollywood's elite. However, far from feeling starstruck, she opened up about the toll it took on her self-esteem. In her memoir, Might As Well Laugh About It Now, Osmond candidly shared the inner turmoil she faced while standing alongside actresses, singers, and models whom she perceived as epitomizing perfection. One particular encounter with the legendary Cher left a lasting impression on Osmond, who couldn't help but feel inadequate in comparison. Reflecting on their meeting on the Sonny and Cher show, Osmond confessed, "I felt like the ugly duckling. Cher always made a splash, no matter what she did. I thought I was going to drown in my awkwardness." The star-studded lineup of female guests on her show further exacerbated Osmond's insecurities. From luminaries like Jaclyn Smith and Cheryl Ladd to the iconic Farrah Fawcett, who famously graced the red bathing suit poster, Osmond couldn't escape the relentless comparison game. "Standing on stage next to Raquel Welch and comparing my appearance to hers was enough to send me into a hating myself tailspin," she wrote. The pressure to measure up to these icons left her feeling like an imposter playing a role. In a candid revelation to Closer Weekly in 2016, Osmond disclosed the harrowing experiences she faced behind the scenes. She recounted instances where producers subjected her to cruel remarks, chastising her for her weight and appearance. "I had producers take me out into the parking lot when I was 103 pounds and tell me that I was obese, disgusting, and a disgrace to my family, that I needed to keep food out of my fat face," she revealed. These hurtful comments instilled a deep-seated fear in Osmond, driving her to believe that the success of the show hinged on her ability to slim down. Feeling trapped and controlled in various aspects of her life, Osmond embarked on a dangerous journey of self-starvation, whittling herself down to a mere 97 pounds. In a poignant interview with Dr. Oz in 2018, she reflected on the underlying motivations behind her struggles with anorexia and bulimia, stating, "A lot of it is trying to control something when you feel out of control." Osmond's brave revelations shed light on the dark realities lurking beneath the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, underscoring the immense pressures faced by young stars in the entertainment industry. Despite these challenges, Marie persevered, driven by her sense of duty to her family and audience. However, in May 1979, the Osmond Family Hour, as it was later retitled, met its end, marking the conclusion of an era for the talented siblings. She experienced a time when child stars were subjected to unthinkable conditions. Marie Osmond's journey as a child star unfolded during a time when the treatment of young actors was often far from ideal, bordering on downright perilous. In her memoir, Behind the Smile, she paints a stark picture of an industry that prioritized profit over the well-being of its youngest talents. At just 3 years old, Osmond began her career, thrust into a world where she often felt more like a commodity than a human being. One harrowing incident occurred during the filming of a commercial in Japan when she was just 11 years old. What started as a routine shoot turned into a nightmare when the boat she was on capsized, leaving her swimming amidst sharks. Despite the life-threatening ordeal, she was promptly sent back to work after being rescued, enduring severe dehydration and agonizing sunburns in the process. The challenges extended beyond dangerous filming conditions. In the recording studio, Osmond faced relentless pressure to perform without regard for her well-being. She described a culture where her input was marginalized, leading her to believe that her voice held little importance compared to others involved in the projects. Financial mismanagement added another layer of stress to Osmond's already demanding life. Despite the success of Donnie and Marie, financial planners hired by her parents left the family on the brink of bankruptcy. The cancellation of the show coincided with Osmond's transition into adulthood, marking the end of an era characterized by grueling 80-hour work weeks and financial uncertainty. Relationships, marriages. Marie Osmond's journey through marriage has been marked by twists and turns, filled with both joyous moments and profound challenges. At the age of 23, she exchanged vows with basketball player Stephen Craig in 1982. Their union brought forth the birth of their son, Stephen, in 1983. However, the marriage encountered turbulence, leading to their divorce just 2 years later. Reflecting on her experience as a single mother after her divorce, Osmond shared candidly with Closer Weekly about the uncertainties she faced, grappling with the responsibilities of parenthood while navigating financial pressures. Despite the hardships, Osmond remained resilient, driven by her love for her son and determination to provide for him. In a testament to her resilience, Osmond embarked on a new chapter of her life when she remarried music producer Brian Blowsill shortly after her divorce. Their union was blessed with 2 biological children and 5 adopted ones, fostering a large and loving family. However, their marriage was not without its challenges, as Osmond later revealed to Oprah Winfrey the pain and sorrow she endured in what she described as a very difficult marriage. Following her divorce from Blowsill in 2007, Osmond found herself on a path she never anticipated: reconciliation with her first husband, Stephen Craig. In a surprising twist of fate, the two found their way back to each other and reaffirmed their commitment in a heartfelt ceremony at the Las Vegas Mormon Temple in 2011. Their enduring love and mutual respect continue to serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration, demonstrating that love can endure and flourish even after facing adversity. Speaking to Closer, Osmond expressed her profound appreciation for her husband, acknowledging the depth of her love and respect for him. Their enduring bond serves as a testament to the power of love, forgiveness, and second chances in shaping the course of one's life. As of now, Osmond and Craig remain happily married, embracing each day with gratitude and devotion to their enduring partnership. Marie Osmond experienced severe postpartum depression. Marie Osmond's journey through motherhood was not without its challenges, particularly when she grappled with the debilitating effects of postpartum depression, PPD. Despite her deep desire to emulate her parents' nurturing example and build a large family, Osmond found herself confronting the overwhelming weight of PPD after the birth of each of her 8 children. In her candid discussions with Larry King, Osmond revealed the profound impact PPD had on her life, describing it as an isolating and agonizing experience that robbed her of joy and belonging. Her struggles with PPD reached a breaking point in 1999 following the arrival of her son Matthew, prompting her to seek help when the burden became unbearable. Recalling the darkest moments of her battle with PPD, Osmond recounted a poignant scene where she felt compelled to leave her family in search of solace and understanding. Handing her baby to a nanny, she uttered the haunting words, "I can't stay. There is something wrong, really wrong with me, and I have to leave until I figure it out." With a heavy heart, Osmond embarked on a solitary journey up the California coast, seeking refuge in a hotel until her family intervened and persuaded her to return home. Reflecting on that pivotal moment, Osmond expressed regret over waiting until her son was 5 months old to seek help, acknowledging that she should have trusted her instincts sooner. In her conversation with King, she lamented, "I should have followed my intuition. After the 3rd day, I knew that this was more than baby blues." A tabloid reported that Marie Osmond attempted suicide. In 2006, Marie Osmond found herself thrust into the harsh glare of tabloid scrutiny when she was hospitalized for what was described as an adverse reaction to medication. While initial reports from outlets like the National Enquirer sensationalized the incident, suggesting a suicide attempt, Osmond's representatives swiftly refuted these claims. Amy Hawks, a spokesperson, clarified on the Today Show that Osmond had simply experienced a severe adverse reaction to medication, leading to a blackout, dismissing the sensationalism surrounding the event. Osmond's manager, Carl Engelman, likened dealing with tabloids to punching jello, emphasizing the weariness of constantly addressing baseless rumors. Despite the lack of specific details regarding the medication involved, Osmond's recovery appeared swift. Just a week after the incident, Hawks reassured Today viewers that Osmond was doing well and enjoying a vacation with her family. However, in a poignant revelation during an interview with Oprah Winfrey in 2010, Osmond disclosed a darker struggle with suicidal thoughts during her battle with postpartum depression, PPD. Reflecting on that challenging period, Osmond recounted vivid memories of driving her car and contemplating how others might be better off without her. Yet she ultimately found solace in her own rationality, crediting her age and inner strength for steering her away from those dark thoughts. As she shared with Oprah, it was her sense of self-preservation that ultimately prevailed over the despair of the moment. Her son died by suicide. The devastating loss of Marie Osmond's son, Michael Blosil, to suicide in 2010 plunged her into an abyss of grief from which she continues to grapple with profound sorrow. At just 18 years old, Michael tragically ended his life by jumping off the balcony of his high-rise apartment in Los Angeles, leaving behind a shattered family and a community reeling from the tragedy. In the aftermath of his death, Osmond has been remarkably open about the circumstances surrounding his passing and the additional challenges she faced in navigating grief. In a poignant conversation with Oprah Winfrey shortly after Michael's death, Osmond revealed the heartbreaking details surrounding his final moments. She disclosed that Michael had previously attempted suicide, but had assured her that he would never try it again. However, in the days leading up to his death, he had expressed feelings of profound loneliness and despair, confiding in his mother about his struggles. Osmond recounted the heart-wrenching conversation with Oprah, recounting Michael's tearful admission of feeling isolated and friendless, a poignant revelation that now haunts her. On the fateful night of Michael's passing, Osmond was performing in Las Vegas, unaware of the desperate attempts her son was making to reach her. By the time she learned of his death, it was too late. Despite grappling with the inevitable what-ifs that haunt any grieving parent, Osmond refuses to dwell on the past, recognizing that dwelling on hypothetical scenarios only hinders the process of healing. Speaking on an episode of The Talk, Osmond revealed the heartbreaking reality of her son's experience with bullying, particularly due to his sobriety. She shared that Michael had been relentlessly bullied until the moment he took his own life, a fact substantiated by the disturbing texts she possessed. Although she never directly confronted the bullies, Osmond emphasized the urgent need for accountability and consequences in cases of bullying. The grieving mother also faced harsh criticism and judgment from others following Michael's funeral, where she made the difficult decision to return to work after just 1 week. Despite facing immense sorrow, Osmond chose to demonstrate resilience to her other children, believing that life must continue even amidst profound loss. However, her decision was met with cruel attacks and condemnation, adding another layer of pain to her already heavy burden. Osmond's candid reflections on grief underscore the enduring nature of loss and its profound impact on individuals. Contrary to the notion that time heals all wounds, she acknowledged during an interview on CBS Sunday Morning, 9 years after Michael's death, that the pain never truly dissipates. Instead, she described how grief manifests in unpredictable ways, with moments of respite, interrupted by waves of profound sorrow. Marie Osmond's home caught on fire. In 2005, Marie Osmond faced a harrowing ordeal when a fire broke out in their family home in Orem, Utah, presenting a frightening and costly situation. The incident occurred during the early evening hours, with Marie's then-husband, Brian Blosil, and several of their children present at the house. According to reports, Blosil was taking a nap upstairs when he was jolted awake by the sound of children screaming about the fire. Acting swiftly, he rushed through the house, ensuring that all of their children were safe. Fortunately, the quick actions of the family's neighbors and the timely response of firefighters helped prevent the situation from escalating further. Firefighters were able to swiftly extinguish the flames, with one crucial detail potentially preventing more extensive damage. The door between the home and the garage had been closed, a simple action that likely helped contain the fire. While the home sustained an estimated $50,000 in damages, the outcome could have been far worse if not for the prompt response and effective containment measures. Despite being away in Southern California at the time, Osmond expressed her gratitude that everyone emerged safely from the ordeal. Blosill, speaking to the press, conveyed Osmond's relief and thankfulness for the safety of their family and home amidst the challenging circumstances. Her support of her daughter and gay marriage was answered with cruelty. In 2013, Marie Osmond had a candid conversation with Diane Sawyer, during which they touched on a deeply personal topic. Osmond's daughter, Jessica, had recently come out as gay. Osmond opened up about the emotional impact of Jessica's revelation, emphasizing that her love for her daughter remained unwavering. However, she acknowledged the pain she felt, not because of Jessica's sexual orientation, but because she understood the harsh realities of a world often unkind to those who are different. Expressing her support for Jessica, Osmond asserted her belief in equality, stating, "My daughter deserves everything she desires in life. She's a good girl. She's a wonderful child. I don't think God made one color flower. I think He made many." Taking a stand for inclusivity and acceptance, Osmond has been vocal in her support of marriage equality. On an episode of The Talk, she reflected on the hurtful experiences she and her daughter faced, particularly surrounding Jessica's wedding. Osmond delivered a poignant message, urging against the shaming of others, especially when it comes to love for one's own child. This stance resonates deeply, especially considering the challenges her family has encountered within their own circles. Indeed, Osmond's brother, Alan Osmond, has publicly expressed views condemning homosexuality as a choice. His writings and involvement in events like the celebration of Marriage, Every Child Deserves a Mom and a Dad, held at Utah's state capitol in 2013, underscore the differing perspectives within the Osmond family. Despite these differences, Marie Osmond's unwavering support for her daughter and her advocacy for love and acceptance stand as powerful statements against discrimination and bigotry. She was driving during a severe car accident. In 2019, while co-hosting The Talk, Marie Osmond bravely shared a harrowing experience from her youth, a traumatic car accident that left an indelible mark on her life. At the tender age of 16, she found herself at the center of a horrific crash that shook her to the core. During the accident, Osmond lost consciousness behind the wheel, leading to a devastating collision. The impact was so severe that she struck the steering wheel with such force that it bent, nearly causing her to lose an eye in the process. Tragically, her mother, who was also in the car, suffered grave injuries, including collapsed lungs, after being propelled into the windshield. The aftermath of the accident was a nightmare. Osmond and her mother were rushed to the hospital, where they were separated. In those agonizing moments, Osmond faced the grim reality that her mother's life hung in the balance. The weight of the situation was crushing as she grappled with the possibility of losing her beloved mother. "I was in my room, and I was... Literally, you feel like you've taken your mom's life?" she recounted, reflecting on the profound sense of guilt and anguish she experienced. Amidst the despair, Osmond experienced a moment of profound clarity. She recounted a vision she had of her grandfather, whose presence provided solace in her darkest hour. In that transcendent moment, she found reassurance that her mother would survive. "It was a game-changer for me on so many levels," she revealed, describing how the encounter with her grandfather instilled in her a newfound belief in the possibility of peace and happiness after death. Donnie and Marie, ended their Vegas run with devastating injuries. In 2019, the dynamic duo of Marie Osmond and her brother, Donny, delivered surprising news. After an impressive 11-year run, captivating audiences at Las Vegas's Flamingo, they were bidding farewell to the stage. Contrary to speculation about sibling squabbles, they clarified to ET that their decision to end the show stemmed from a desire to pursue other projects, not from any discord between them. This revelation shed light on their initial agreement to perform for just 6 weeks, which then evolved into an illustrious Vegas residency. However, their departure from the show didn't unfold as anticipated. Marie encountered a painful setback when she slipped and broke her knee in the lead-up to the show's closure. Despite the injury sidelining her from dancing, Marie exhibited her trademark resilience by still gracing the stage. For Donny, the final performance of their Las Vegas residency marked the onset of a catastrophic turn of events. Recounting the moment to the Mirror in 2021, he revealed that during their farewell song, he suddenly lost sensation in his arms and legs. Post-show medical evaluations uncovered an old injury necessitating spinal surgery. Tragically, complications from an ensuing infection left him paralyzed. Only after months of intensive rehabilitation was he able to reclaim his mobility and walk again. She has dealt with a lot of death in the family. In addition to grappling with the heartbreaking loss of her son, Marie Osmond has endured the pain of bidding farewell to several other beloved family members in tragic circumstances. The string of losses began in 2004 with the passing of the Osmond family matriarch, Olive, who succumbed to complications stemming from a stroke she had suffered 2 years earlier. This devastating blow was followed by the loss of their father, George, in 2007, as he peacefully passed away from natural causes at the age of 90. Tragedy struck once more in 2014 when the Osmond family was rocked by the heartbreaking news of the untimely death of their 7-year-old niece, who tragically lost her life in a horrifying accident involving a moving truck. The unimaginable grief deepened in 2022 with another devastating loss when the little girl's father, Chris Mortensen, fell victim to a senseless act of violence in a road rage incident, leaving the family reeling in shock and disbelief. The swift apprehension of the perpetrator provided little solace in the face of such profound sorrow. Adding to the weight of these losses, tragedy struck yet again in 2018 when Marie's 33-year-old nephew tragically passed away, likely due to an undiagnosed medical condition. The anguish of his sudden departure reverberated through the family, leaving them grappling with profound grief and disbelief. At his funeral, Marie bravely shared her own experience of navigating the depths of despair, acknowledging the indescribable pain of feeling trapped in a waking nightmare and struggling to find solace amidst the overwhelming sorrow. Marie Osmond doubles down on refusal to leave inheritance to her kids. Self-worth can't be bought. Marie Osmond's approach to leaving an inheritance for her children reflects her deeply held beliefs about self-reliance and the importance of finding one's own path in life. While she acknowledges the value of financial support along the way, she has been vocal about her decision not to leave her children a large inheritance, fearing it would hinder their journey to self-discovery and self-worth. In a candid interview with Fox News Digital, Osmond reiterated her stance, emphasizing that she wants her children to understand the importance of independence and the ability to stand on their own feet. Self-worth can't be bought, she emphasized, highlighting her belief in the intrinsic value of personal growth and achievement. Despite her decision regarding inheritance, Osmond has been supportive of her children throughout their lives, providing assistance and guidance as they pursue their passions and careers. She takes pride in their accomplishments, noting that they have all found fulfillment in their respective endeavors. Marie Osmond's family includes 8 children: Stephen, Jessica, Rachel, Brandon, Brianna, Matthew, and Abigail, as well as her late son, Michael, who tragically passed away in 2010. Her journey through motherhood has been marked by love, resilience, and unwavering support for her children's dreams and aspirations. In her personal life, Osmond has experienced the complexities of marriage, having been married 3 times. Following her divorce from Steve Craig in 1985, the couple remarried in 2011, reaffirming their commitment to each other after years apart. Before reuniting with Craig, Osmond was married to Brian Blosil from 1986 until their separation in 2007. With a reported net worth of $20 million, according to Celebrity Net Worth, Marie Osmond's financial success is a testament to her talent, hard work, and enduring legacy in the entertainment industry. Yet her greatest wealth lies in the love and bond she shares with her family, a priceless treasure that transcends monetary value.